28. 30. Belə də məncə verər. Belə bilmiyorum ama.
A fire show will start in a couple of minutes.
Gimbal. Gələ bir başlayırlar, yığılırlar ora. Asfalta kimsə, o batması yaldı ya. Heç olmasa bax da.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a fire show starting on court number 1 shortly. Please make your way round to watch in the seating. There's a fire show. It will be starting in a couple of minutes. Please make your way round to the spectator seating.
Bəlkə geyini bağlayaq, şatırı. Vüqar eşləyir, Həsənov.
Before we start the gold medal matches, we are delighted to present to you a fire show. Please welcome Showan Baku.
a stomping in a zoo. Check the vocals, animal is getting right. All I need more space, so give me more room. Rain any sun, boy, I don't be any June. Man got some PF in a suit. You been hungry, that's why I came with a food. Hey, I got bust to learn any crew. Man came out that I'm a carpet full. Man must stop acting a fool. You don't wanna get slow with a tool. I don't care if a man is a big fool. You're just a shark in a swimming pool. Say nothing is the number one rule. I see you forgotten them all. Let me put you back to the school. Your head is just behind, wanna make it full.
hope that the tournament time spent here in the land of fire met your expectations and was overall well spent. Thank you. The next match on court will be men's triples. Please welcome the technical officials for the match on court.
Sen de bilirdiysen ki ağzınıza geliyor.
And now welcome France women. And their opponents are Netherlands women.
Does anyone fancy an ice cream? He's been busy this week. In fact, we've all been lucky. They've been giving them out for free here at the tournament and just outside. So a big thank you to the hosts and the local organising committee for that. I've had one too many and feel a bit sick. But we're not sick of the badminton. In fact, this is the last match of the entire tournament, and it will be a shame for it to finish because everyone's had such a good time here in Baku, Azerbaijan. This is the gold medal match in the women's triples between the top two nations in the ranking, seed 1 and 2 for the tournament. France were number 1. Maybe they'll hang on to that if they can win this match. The Netherlands, number 2. Both coming through the draw relatively comfortably. Both teams have 4 players available, but one of the French players is absent at the moment. Those being Sharon Bauer, Lorraine Baumann, Charlotte Gansi and Lilu Schaffner. For the Netherlands, on the far side, we're looking at Bente Pol and Corinne Broekers. And nearer us, at the front there, Amber Dirksen. And behind her, oh well, we've lost her on screen, but near side, there we are. At the back, Sasha van der Weerhof. 3 on court at any time for triples. 1 substitute available should the team wish to make a change, and that substitution can be made up to 3 times in the match. Now, we've got a bit of very recent history in this because the Netherlands beat the French in the team relay. That's the men's and women's combined event on Friday evening in the quarterfinals, 60-58. And throughout that match, where you've got men's and women's doubles and triples, in both cases the men came out on top, but it was the women that did the business for the Netherlands and just squeaked ahead at the end to take that match and get through to the semi-finals. So, on paper, that gives a very slight advantage to the Netherlands for this match. But it doesn't mean a lot here in air badminton because the conditions play such a huge part, as we saw in the semi-final of the women's, where Germany went out very comfortably. A surprise to me because they've been such a strong team this week, to France 3-0. Not sure what happened there. She just seemed to let the shuttle beat her to the floor. Good start for the Dutch. Could clear into forehand corner. Bente Pol, when she's confident, the Dutch are strong. She struggled a couple of times in yesterday's matches. And their most aggressive attacking player on the bench at the moment, Corinne Broekers, who we've seen a couple of times today receiving physio treatment to a calf muscle. And suspect that she might not see all that much action in this final. Oh, good commitment from Pol. Dirksen's misjudgment lets that land in. First point to French. Netherlands men's team sat courtside. There they are in the background. Stephen Otto, Calvin Pol, Timo van Herren and Pim van Vegel. Well, Benta Pol had to move out of the way for that shot as she'd played the previous. There's no consecutive shots allowed for the same player. A really good strategy by the French to target Pol in that instance. Too aggressive, needs to be safer, more conservative there. Amber Dirksen with the miss as well, letting the French back in. Good clear from Van der Weerhoff, who was slow to get out of the way. And perhaps earlier rotation would have put them in a better position. Momentum with the French. Too many mistakes by the Dutch team in the last few minutes. That's hit the line. Another misjudgment from Dirksen. And that's landed well in. That's 3 misjudgments from Dirksen, handing the opening game to the French, and they are really missing Corinne Brookers at the moment. Solid opening game for the French. Brookers still sidelined. Wow, that's more like it from Amber Dirksen. Oh, that can't be long by much. Might have crept wide with the wind. Don't see the Dutch playing back to the same player very much. Kind of goes against your nature, I suppose, but if your opponent plays a push, seems to me, just push it back to where she's standing. It's going to make it very difficult for her to get out of the way and for her partners to pick up the space. It's gone long. France off the mark in game 2. rotated a bit late, but in the end gets there. That's another error on the back line from Dirksen. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Straight back at the player who's just played that shot, making it very difficult to cover. What a shot. Really well timed. Well, Dirksen this time, at least, is trying to play the shuttle. Caught on that back line again. Substitution being made. Corinne Brookers lifts that blue card and makes her way onto court. Benta Pol taking a seat for the time being. Well, I think the umpires call the lets because he wasn't ready. 6-all in this second game. You can see how I think they've missed Brookers because she's so good at rotating and she's got some terrific shot making too, that if a player hits a shot and moves quickly, it makes it so much easier for the partners. Van der Weerhof on serve. Good cover in the end. Sasha missed times. Looking more competitive now that Brookers is on the court though. Brilliant smash. Creating a huge angle. Game point in the second for a 2-0 lead for the French. Good movement from Dirksen. Can't keep it in court though. French have won the second. 2-love the lead in the match. So 2 games to love. Team France with a chance to take the women's triples gold after already securing men's triples gold. That would suggest they have the best balanced team in the tournament, and yet they struggled in the team relay. Which is a huge disappointment, because it's the team relay that is recognised to get you through to major events. The World Cup in Sharjah in December, for example, which is played in the UAE this year. Won't see Team France unless other nations ahead of them release their slot, refuse their invite. Might be the longest rally we've seen. The Dutch could do with a couple of winners from Corinne Brookers to fire them up. She's left it and it's fallen in. Doesn't seem to be hampered by any leg injury. Good news for Holland. Van der Weerhof, not the quickest of movers. It's all going the French way. Good defense from Dirksen. Good pickup in the end from Dirksen. Van der Weerhof hasn't yet played a shot in the rally. Dutch team sat courtside rallying its women's triples. That's clever, going back at Amber Dirksen. Good rotation from the French all the way through the match, making it look easy. As soon as you've hit the shuttle, you can even just walk quickly off the court. It makes things so much easier. Well, they've done it. came out of nowhere in the end, but a dominant performance from Team France in the women's triples. A 3-love victory over the Netherlands. And that's double gold in the triples events for France this week. They'll be thrilled with that despite their team relay disappointment. It's France who will be lifting that trophy and celebrating hardest in a few moments when we have the medal ceremony. Much like the men's final, wasn't necessarily the epic, and we have seen some super clashes over the course of this tournament the last few days. The bronze medal match for the men's triples, for example, was fabulous. So they're preparing the area for the medal ceremony to follow. But huge success in the triples events for France. Germany winning the team relay last night. Azerbaijan making the final in the team relay. So they might be invited to Sharjah in December for the World Cup.
Check. triples. Please welcome the technical officials for the match on court 1. And now welcome France men. And their opponents are Germany men.
A very warm welcome, or welcome back if you've been following our live coverage over the last few days here at the BWF Air Badminton European Continental Championships. We're right at the business end of the tournament now, with 2 finals left to play. First up, the men's triples. Where the second and third seeds, France and Germany, have progressed all the way through. The French men beating Turkey in the semi-final earlier on, and Germany made short work of Greece in the end. It was a good match, as was the bronze medal playoff a little while ago between Turkey and Greece. What a thrilling end to the tournament for those two nations. A terrific match on court 2. For Germany in this one, Felix Hames with the shuttle in hand. Thomas Fuchs on court in the white cap. And Brian Holtsch in the centre. Fabian Hippold currently sat on the substitutes bench. He might be called upon. Substitutes can be made up to 3 times during the match. For France, Louis Decroix, Gregor Dunikowski, Nicolas Horo and Thomas Valle make up a 4-man squad, with 1 substitute down there, who I have no doubt will get on court because he's been terrific this week. You can just see him in the background there, sat next to the coaches, or in between the coaches. Holtsch with straight smash down the middle. 5 games to 9 points with a change of ends at the end of every game. Nice shot from James. Very doubtful on the back line. He left that and it just clipped the blue tape. Oh, well, it was a clever shot, but it's gone wide. No consecutive shots allowed in triples. So playing back to your opponent to hit the shot is often a good strategy. Well, the shot was there to be taken. Thomas Fuchs into the net. France off to a good start. Oh, around the back. Holch keeping things going, but James not quick enough to cover the space. Coming back in. It was always coming back in. The wind, such a big factor out here in air badminton. Thomas Fuchs on serve. As you'll see, well back in court. Two red cones. You can see one just behind James. Across the width of the court, just to mark an imaginary service line. The service judge taking a close look on where the server is standing. Well, that's twice he's missed that backhand. 7-2 lead for the French. And whilst you have to serve quite far back in court, you can serve higher, hit the shuttle higher than you can at the indoor game. 1.45 m is the limit. Thomas Fuchs has to be really careful there with that kill, as he almost took the shuttle in the dead zone. He's just somersault over the A boards at the back. So between the two lines, the two blue lines, 2 meters either side of the net, that's the dead zone. Shuttle landing in there as it just did as a point to the other team. It's out. And if you're in the dead zone playing a shot, it's a fault. French men taking an early lead in the match. 1 game to love. Big support for the German team as their women have had a great week here as well. We won't see the French women behind the team seats because they are ready for their final in the women's triples, taking on Netherlands straight after this match. Good defense. Terrific smash. Too much for James to control. The wind has picked up this evening. We have very still conditions during the day, making play a lot more comfortable. You can see the emphasis on that rotation. a shot and get out of the way for your partners. Well, it couldn't go much better for the French. A game to the good and 3-love in the second. France, the top seeds here after a World Beach Games qualification period 2 years ago, where France beat the Netherlands in the final. Or rather, the Netherlands beat the French in the final. Netherlands are the top seeds. France are ahead in the rankings to Germany, who are in third. Azerbaijan in fourth. That might all change after this week. Tried to be deceptive with that drop shot, but it was... Oh, it's in. Well, hang on. Ah, it hit the side blue line, but it was short. Clever shot from the French, trying to find that player who just hit the shuttle. Oh, the shuttle swirling around in the air. James leaving it for Holch. Holch leaving it for James. It's a well-organised French team, well-structured. They've clearly been spending a bit of time in developing this rotation strategy. For me, arguably their best player still sat on the substitutes bench. It's up short. Holtz refusing the smash. Really clever shot from James. That's the perfect example of that strategy. Back to the player who just hit the shuttle, causing confusion amongst the opposition. It's going wide. 7-4 the score. Germans' shoulders looking a little bit slumped. Oh, the serve just sails wide with the wind. Great leave in the end from James. That shuttle developed to try and combat the wind. It's heavier, it's harder, made of rubber and plastic. And so the string tensions need to be looser, need to be lower. What a great drive. Game point for a 2-love lead in the match. James misfires. Massive advantage now for the French, 9-6 in the second. They've got a 2-games-to-love lead. Good rotation between Holch and James. Thomas Fuchs not getting much of the shuttle. Former World Tour player indoors. Well, with the help of the wind, that's sailing to the left. Good serve. Lovely finish. Just clipped down nice and easy. Good save from James. That's a lovely shot. Just caressed it into the open space, back towards the player who hit the previous shot. Holch going for the big smash. The block from Fuchs did enough. Well, that serve Easy pickings. That was a clever shot. The defense from French, desperate. A better third game for Germany's men. It was a good serve from Fuchs. Good driving defense again from Fuchs. And that touch from the former pro, keeping the shuttle flat and going in a downwards direction across the net. Enough to put pressure on the French. To our left. Germany still with a 2-point lead. Well left, it's gone long. France fighting back. Taking the safe option. It's gone long. At game point for Germany. They've got one more in hand. A short action from Fuchs. The only way really to be effective in air badminton, because you need a very last second decision as to where the shuttle, the trajectory of the shuttle, where it's going to end up. If you take too much time in your preparation, you can make that kind of mistake. And because the score was 8-all, extra points are required. 2 clear. France back on level terms. Oh, confusion amongst the Germans. A let being called. It touched an overhead wire. Oh no. Holch is down. Just lost his footing on the sand. The court looking very choppy. Well, 10-9 and a match point, a gold medal point for France. They've done it. France win the men's triples gold medal. 3 straight games as well. They were just too good today for the German opposition, who have to settle for silver. Good performance from the French. It wasn't the epic we all hoped for. Some smart play in there. But that won't matter to Team France. The BWF Air Badminton Continental Men's Triples Champions. Team France. Disappointment for the Germans, but they will be happy with the silver medal when the dust settles, or rather the sand settles. And with a fairly quick turnaround out here, it won't be long before the last final of our weekend is upon us. It's the women's triples between the Netherlands and France one more time. Can they make it double triples champions?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's triples of the BWF European Air Badminton Championships 2025. Please welcome the officials who will be presenting the medals. Mr. Sven Ser, President of Badminton Europe and Badminton World Federation Council Member. Dr. Talez Yadov, Badminton World Federation Council Member and President of the Badminton Azerbaijan Federation. Mr. Ceyhun Mehmet Aliyev, Member of the Board of the Azerbaijan Badminton Federation. Ms. Kamila Shabbasova, Vice President of the Badminton Azerbaijan Federation. And Mr. Ian Wright, Director of Development of the Badminton World Federation. Before we make the medal ceremony, we would like to invite Mr. Sven Ser, President of Badminton Europe and BWF Council Member, and Mr. Ian Wright, Director of Development of the BWF, to present a token of appreciation to Dr. Talez Yadov, President of the Azerbaijan Badminton Federation, for hosting the BWF European Air Badminton Championships 2025.
Well, a warm welcome back if you're still with us. Sven Serra, President of Badminton Europe, and Ian Wright, Head of Development at the BWF, presenting the President of the Azerbaijan Badminton Federation with an LOC trophy.
And now, please welcome our bronze medalists of the men's triples, Turkey.
And the first medal of this evening being presented
Mr. Ceyhun
to Turkey.
will now present the bronze
A
medal.
bronze medal in the men's triples event. Quite possibly the match of the day. Beating Greece. The two losing semi-finalists played off for bronze. It was an incredible match. Went the distance. Medals being presented to Burak Sestikoglu, Arda Oz, and Burak Kuchuk.
Please give a round of applause to our bronze medalists, Turkey.
Turkey, who were 7th in the European team rankings.
Please welcome
in
our
the men's
silver
and the women's
medalists,
triples.
Germany.
Coming away in 3rd place, taking that bronze.
Dr.
Losing
Talez Yadov will now
finalists,
present
Germany,
the silver medals.
taking the silver. Fabian James, Thomas Fuchs, Brian Holschke, and Fabian Hippold.
Please give a round of applause to our silver
Men's
medalists,
triples.
Germany.
Continental Championships of Europe, silver medalists, Team Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, gold medalists and the men's triples BWF European Air Badminton Champions 2025 France.
And the champions of Europe for 2025 in air badminton's men's triples, Team France.
Mr. Sven Serre will now present the medals and the trophy.
The French team of Louis Ducrot, Gregor Dunikowski, Nicolas Horo, and Thomas Vallet.
Please give a round of applause to our champions, France.
Sven Serre from Badminton Europe presenting the medals and most importantly that trophy. BWF's Air Badminton European Continental Champions in the men's triples. Big congratulations to Team France.
All medalists, please gather on the court for the official picture.
Turkey, Germany and France. The top three in the men's triples in Europe this year.
Thank you very much. We will now make the medal presentation for the women's triples event. Please welcome our bronze medalists, Germany.
So they were gold medalists in the team relay event, settling for bronze in the women's
Ms. Kamila
triples.
Shahbazova will now present the bronze medals.
Team Germany. Julia Meyer Florentine Shavsky and Katrine Spurry and Linda Effler.
Please give a round of applause to our bronze medalists, Germany.
Beating Azerbaijan comfortably in the bronze medal match. That's been doing the rounds this week.
Please welcome our silver medalists, the Netherlands.
Silver medalists in the women's triples. A very bright
Dr.
looking
Thales Yadav will
Netherlands
now
team.
present the silver medals.
Corinne Broekers, Sasha van der Weerhof, Amber Dirksen, and Bentapol.
Please give a round of applause to our silver medalists, the Netherlands.
What a great week they've had.
Ladies and gentlemen, gold medalists and the women's triples BWF European Air Badminton Champions 2025, France.
And last up, Air Badminton's European Continental Champions of 2025 in the women's triples. And it's Team France.
Mr. Spencer will now present the medals and the trophy.
Well, they've got one member missing who has played this week. But the four names include Sharon Bauer, Laureen Baumann, Charlotte Ganchi, and Lilu Schaffner. Double gold in the triples for Team France.
Please give a round of applause to our champions, France.
Just too strong for the Netherlands in that final. And this will just about sum up
all medalists.
a terrific few days of action here in Baku, Azerbaijan. In this wonderful venue, we should take a moment to thank the local organising committee and Azerbaijan Badminton for their efforts here this week. Germany, Netherlands, and France, the finalists, the medal takers
for the official
in
picture.
the women's triples. All the medalists getting in on the action.
Thank you all for attending the medal ceremony, and once again, congratulations to the
another
medalists
great week of
the
Air
BWF
Badminton, and
European Air Badminton Championships
we can most
2025.
certainly look forward to the World Cup in December in the United Arab Emirates in Sharjah, where I'm sure we'll see these nations as continental medal winners. Maybe not the guy in the ice cream suit. He might not want to travel. I'm sure there'll be a party tonight for those who aren't travelling home. What's that award for? Spueri's loving that potato. What a terrific week for Team France, taking both golds in the triples. Well, there's quite a few down here that can't wait to get the party started. Well, that about sums up the week here in Baku, Azerbaijan. European Continental champions have been decided. Another incredible BWF development week. And if you're still listening, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you've enjoyed some of the air badminton on display. All that's left to say is from myself, Bobby Griffin, and all of us here at the BWF, a big thank you and a huge farewell, and we'll see you again next time.